I know that you write one book a year, and I know you now write 7 books a year. There's a lot of pressure to write, I'm a writer, to write multiple books a year, especially if you're self-published, to write 6, 7, believe it or not, and they get shorter and shorter to make that possible. I know you're going to say not to do that, so I just want to hear it.
Don't do that. I write for 3 years, I wrote 2 books a year. I wrote a HarperCollins and a Sookie book. And it just killed the joy I had in writing. I could not do it. Finally, it wasn't like, yay, I get to start a book. It was like, oh my God, I gotta start another book. So now I write 1 book a year and usually 2 or 3 short stories. And that completely fills up my year to overflowing. If I knocked off a short story, that would be, you know, even better.
I think you have to look at it from the reader's point of view, which is that they want to look forward to your book. I mean, do a thought experiment. Suppose you published a book every day. Most of them would be ignored because people aren't ready for a new book every day. And I personally think a year is the perfect balance between making people anticipate it and yet they haven't forgotten who you are. So a year is a great rhythm in my opinion. But then, especially in genre like romance and science fiction, readers are so voracious, the temptation is to keep on supplying them with the product because they read, read, read. But it doesn't have to be all down on you. Writers, it's interesting being a writer because you are absolutely an individual, but you're also part of a collective. You write your own stuff, but your colleagues are also writing their own stuff. So there's enough for the reader, there's enough to go around. It doesn't have to be you that supplies them all. So I think it's way better to do 1 good book a year than 2 slightly less good or 7 awful books a year. Just do that 1 good book a year and you will find your place in